education teacher with my heart, and I also happen to be a proud out gay educator. And happy Pride, everyone! Happy Pride. Speaking about civil rights, speaking about public education, I brought a book, and it's called Gay History, Making Gay History, because we have a generation before us that is dead. Many of our LGBTQ family has passed away, and so when we think about our students having role models, even for adults having role models, many of them are gone. And so bringing back memory and the hard work that has been done before us for education and for our civil rights is very important. Pride Month was started by a trans woman of color who said, "Enough is enough." What did they say?
Enough is enough.
Yes, Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera were at the Stonewall Inn and they said, "Enough is enough." What did they say?
Enough is enough.
And they threw their shoe and they said, "Hell no, we're staying put. We're done being kicked. We're done being murdered. We're done with our raids." And it took 5 days, and that's Pride. That was born out of Pride because they said,
"Enough is enough."
And in 1978, they came for the gay teachers. They said in the Briggs Act, anyone who is gay or perceived to be gay cannot be a public school teacher. That was Proposition 6 in California. So what did our community do? They said,
"Enough is enough."
and people like Harvey Milk, they said the most powerful thing you can do in the world is to come out. Come out. That is a political act, to come out and be your true self with whoever you're with. Come out. They can't vote against us if they know who we are. Public educators, here we are. People that care about public education, here we are. And we're coming out as unionists. When we introduce ourselves, we say we are proud union members, and this is what a union member looks like. This is just a little piece of this book from 1978. So right after Harvey Milk had led this work, he said, or this is another person, said, "We wanted to push this to the point where they knew this was a political process. They were harassing us in the streets because they were gay. Holding hands does not have to be a political act." They didn't walk through the East Village in those days where there was a lot of hippie types. They didn't walk along the streets in Manhattan's West Side and tell the people there to move. They were only telling us to move. We felt that we had to put an end to this police harassment. Unlike the things that we did earlier, we did this as individuals standing up. All the protests before had been done as a group, usually very loud and very vocal. In this case, we did what the right thing was to do. If we had to turn away and walk away when the police told us so, we wouldn't have felt right about ourselves. So I'm just tying this all together to say that our students need us. We know that. Our students who are LGBTQ in a class of 33 are not going to get the attention and safety that they need, and we're all here to stand up for them. We're here to stand up for our queer kids of color. We're here to stand up for our queer educators of color. We're here to stand up for public education because public education is a civil right. And
Enough is enough.
thank you.